Harambee! Eneo hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Something is clearly happening in ODM party, and it will soon explode, and we are likely to have casualties. Ladies and gentlemen, today I paid very close attention to 3 speeches. I listened to Edwin Sifuna very keenly. I also paid very close attention to James Orengo's speech, and I also listened attentively to Winnie Odinga. And the speech by Winnie Odinga is going to be the basis of this analysis. But first of all, can you listen in to what Edwin Sifuna is trying to say in this clip?
Wakati walijaribu kuua baba, wanafikiria tumesahau. Wanafikiria tumesahau baba alituonyesha risasi walipiga kwa gari yake. Mumesahau nyinyi?
Doi!
Mumesahau nyinyi? Sasa nataka niwaambie wana ODM, mukae ngumu. Kama kitu ni mbaya, baba alikuwa anasema ni mbaya. Na kama nyinyi ndio chama cha wananchi, wananchi hawezi kuumia alafu nyinyi mnasema mambo iko sawa. Haiwezekani. Haitawezekana. Mimi nataka niwaambie, mimi. Ai bwana, afadhali waniue. Afadhali waniue. Joey. Mimi. Haiwezekani. Lazima tutaambiana ukweli. Kama mambo haiendi sawa, lazima tuseme mambo haiendi sawa. Na nataka niwaambie, kuna watu wanasema ati ndani ya ODM hakuna mtu anaweza simama urais.
That's the Secretary General of ODM Party. Again, listen in very briefly to what James Orengo is trying to say in this clip.
There is no way how ODM can bembeleza Ruto. I can tell you. Hiyo ni ujinga ukubwa sana. But if ODM is strong and you stand on the basis that your leader Raila Odinga wanted a strong and free country, we must fight everywhere. We must fight everywhere. Na mimi kama kuna watu wanauoga, kama mnauoga, msiuze uoga kwetu. We are prepared to go back to the streets. Me as James Orengo, I am prepared to go back to the streets. Ruto needs ODM. It's not ODM that needs Ruto. Sijui mnanisikia? There are people in the party. They are behaving as if ODM is the one that needs Ruto. Is Ruto that needs ODM?
And yesterday, Simba Arati, who is one of the deputy party leaders, urged Edwin Sifuna to stay firm, very firm. Ladies and gentlemen, Winnie Odinga shocked the nation when she alleged that some people are out to sell ODM party. Sell ODM party to who? The clear answer is that Winnie Odinga is suggesting that some people are out to sell ODM party to William Samoei Arap Ruto. That statement by Winnie Odinga is significant politically speaking for 2 main reasons, and that's why I want us to focus on it. Number one, that's the first political statement or political appearance Winnie Odinga was making after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. We all know and understand the relationship and the closeness Winnie Odinga and the father had. That's number one. Number two, the fact that this was the first political appearance, it was also going to set the tone and the pace for Winnie Odinga's political motives, especially after the death of the father and the appointment of Oburu Odinga, the uncle, as the party leader. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to dissect that statement by Winnie Odinga. But first of all, let us take 2 minutes to listen to Winnie Odinga. Pay very close attention to what she's trying to say in this clip.
ODM si chama kilichozaliwa kama siri. Nasikia kuna wengine ambao wanatembea nasi mchana lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza hii chama. Haiwezekani. ODM was not born in a bedroom. It was not made in a bedroom. So its future will not be discussed as pillow talk. It has been the heartbeat of the Kenyan people for 20 years. ODM was born from protest. It was raised in resistance. And the people of ODM have time and time again bled, sweat, and shed tears for this country called Kenya. We are sorry that we don't always get it right. Oleni. But we will never be sorry for being inconvenient. They like to call us a party of goons. What we're doing is nation building. Nation building is untidy. Nation building is inconvenient. Nation building is uncomfortable. Nation building has left us in tears as ODM, as the People's Party, time and time again. But we, ODM, belong to the people. And we will continue growing because the young people of ODM have conviction.
Now, that's Winnie Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the details, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And for this particular video, please, I want to make a special request to you. Press that thumbs up button if you can. And for the League Gang, please ensure you drop your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think Winnie Odinga made that statement? That some people are planning to sell ODM party. That at night, they are with them during the day, but at night, they are hawking the party. For me, number one, I think there are two factions in ODM party. And as a result, there is internal fights within the members. And the factions are now very clear. There's a faction which is led by James Orengo. Sifuna is in that faction. Winnie Odinga is in that faction. That faction don't believe in broad-based government. Then there is a second faction which is led, I think, can I say Gladys Wanga because Gladys Wanga is the party chairman, or can I say Joho and the ODM experts? That camp has Junet Mohammed, the ODM experts, and of course, broad-based supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, which camp do you think will win in this war? Because from the trajectory and the speeches today, ODM is going to explode. And I don't know who is going to put off the fire. Because Raila Odinga is no longer there. The truth is, pro-government have legitimate issues. Anti-government also have legitimate issues. So it depends on how you are looking at it. As spectators, will be keenly following to see which camp will win. And in my view, the camp which is opposed to William Ruto's government or anti-handshake are likely to have easy way as far as propaganda is concerned. Because propaganda is easy to spread when you oppose. So that's number one, internal war or factions within the party. Number two, there's also a silent war within the party. Something we call generational war within the party. Oburu Odinga recently said something that the next kingpin should actually come from the young people. And how do you define these young people? In ODM party, there is the group who calls themselves the founding members. That is the Johos of this world. That is the Mbadis of this world. That is the Junets of this world. Those people who are there in 2007. And then there are the new generation. People like Sifuna, who emerged recently. People like Winnie, who emerged recently. People like Caleb Amisi. People like Babu Owino. Of course, I've not seen Babu Owino in Mombasa, which means he's already decided the trajectory he's going to take. So this generational war, as much as it's not very clear, it is actually there. And the old guards might have a problem, but they're the ones who control the party. So let us wait and see how things are going to pan out. My third observation is that the ODM game plan for 2027 is not yet very clear. When Raila Odinga was still alive, he entered into broad-based government. But again, before he died, he indicated that ODM will support William Ruto up to 2027. And he made a word, and he uttered a word, who told you that ODM will not produce a presidential candidate. So I think Raila Odinga was also in a very tight situation before he died. The two factions, to support William Ruto's re-election or to sponsor a presidential candidate. The truth of the matter is that, and I've always said here, that if Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna were to be fronted by ODM, one as a presidential candidate and another as a running mate, that's going to be a lethal ticket. But can ODM take that gamble? Is there anybody in ODM today who can mount a presidential campaign in the Republic of Kenya? I don't see. But the two, if well supported, can attract enough funding. They can easily attract young people. They can easily attract support. Which means the other option of supporting William Ruto. And William Ruto definitely understands what is going on in ODM party. And that's why he made it very, very clear during the burial of Raila Odinga that he's not going to allow ODM party to be taken to the opposition. So I don't know. Should ODM party front their own candidate, or should ODM party support William Ruto's re-election in 2027? William Ruto is expected tomorrow to attend the ODM anniversary, 20th anniversary. I'll keenly follow the speeches there, what Ruto is going to say, what Sifuna is going to say, the body language, the sitting arrangement there, because those will be very, very important. So let us wait and see. But it is clear that ODM game plan for 2027 is not yet very clear. That's why someone like James Orengo is announcing that he's still ready to go back to the streets. Number 4, I'm reading or I'm seeing broad-based politics in all this. The truth of the matter is that ODM party entered into broad-based government. That's a fact which that's a fact which even Edwin Sifuna acknowledged. But there's a problem. There are those who are for it, and then there are those who are not for it. So how can ODM party come up with a clear position on this? I don't know, because Raila Odinga was actually able to manage these factions. And lastly, And I don't want to assume, but I'm also reading ideological differences in ODM party. There are those who now believe that it is time for ODM party to eat because they're in government. They are the so-called capitalists. And then there are those who believe that ODM party should continue fighting for the rights of Kenyans, the socialists. And it's a very big conflict because in the middle are the supporters. I don't know what you think. What would you advise ODM party? Should they go for the presidency or should they support William Samoei Arap Ruto? Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.